Beyond Wrestling, this is Denver, Colorado. The man, not the place. We're back with another episode of All Killer. And let me tell you something, it's going to be worth the wait. Kicking things off with Corvis and TJ Marconi.
Why are you acting like this? Don't act like the fun-loving dancing. It's over. It's done. That guy is done. I'm not responsible for his actions. It's your fault. He's here. You did this. You know what? The one thing in this world that I can agree with Chris Dickinson on is his hatred for you. You're a joke. You've always been a joke. Wrestling is a sport. Wrestling is athletic, and you treated it like a joke. Come on, shortstop, what are you going to do about it then?
Well, Corvis and Marconi exchanging words before the bell officially sounded. Corvis trying to take it right to Marconi, and that may have not been the best strategy. Now trying to just get out of dodge as Marconi is trying to take it to Corvis on the floor. Of course, Marconi is heated because Corvis was originally responsible for introducing Chris Dickinson into Beyond Wrestling, and we saw it all aboard TJ Marconi and Darius Carter in the last man standing match, as it was officiated by Chris Dickinson at the conclusion of that bout. Dickinson basically shredding a kendo stick on the head of TJ Marconi. Of course, TJ Marconi using this opportunity to get some of that animosity, some of that aggression out, but I'm sure he'd prefer to be in the ring with Chris Dickinson. Even still taking it to the task at hand, which is Eric Corvis. Of course, Corvis criticizing that TJ Marconi, one of the reasons he hasn't gotten farther in wrestling is because of his attitude, because he's been too lackadaisical. Hasn't taken it seriously enough. But one thing that you can certainly not take away from TJ Marconi is his size and his strength. Even after spending a number of months on the shelf, having to get his back surgically repaired, I think Marconi is back and better than ever. Just tossing Corvis overhead down to the mat. Of course, we've seen a different side of Corvis ever since he was attacked by Danny Only, who tried to stab him at the Double Trouble live event last June in Cleveland, Ohio. Corvis realizing that even without Chris Dickinson in the mix, Beyond Wrestling is no longer the safe haven he first joined up with when Beyond Wrestling started in May of 2009. Now we're seeing a more serious side out of Marconi, bending the rules to his advantage, but Corvis, to his credit, able to find an escape. Now a series of knees to the bridge of the nose, and a kick to follow it up. Able to take Marconi off his feet. But Corvis is going to have to go for a better pinning combination than that. Surprised to see such a careless mistake out of the veteran. Now Corvis here going to the eyes on TJ Marconi, trying to keep him grounded, risking disqualification and doing so. Able to connect on the side of the head with that crossface style punch. Oh, just the inside of the forearm once again. For so many years, Corvis played the role of a gatekeeper in Beyond Wrestling, introducing so many of the talents that have populated our roster over the years. Now it looks like Corvis is more intent to look out for number one. And a victory here over TJ Marconi is going to shoot him closer to that number one spot currently held by Mark Angel. Of course, we will see Mark Angel and the Usurper in action later on tonight. A rematch of their debut at the Gospel of the Boards, which is where Corvis and Marconi first met in a singles encounter. And I'll tell you what, this is a much different bout that we're seeing out of these two guys. A lot more hard hitting, a lot more on the line. Marconi telegraphed that splash in the corner. Corvis just caught him with that forearm. Looking to knock him out with every shot. Now looking to send Marconi for the ride. And Marconi going for that Sleeping Beauty style punch. He's not letting Corvis down to the mat.
I'm done with the funny games.
Sandy's done with the funny games, instead sending Corvis into the ropes. And down with that combination elbow drop side slam. Is this going to do it? Give Corvis credit for kicking out. Certainly having to have the wind knocked out of him from that exchange. But Marconi once again signaling the big splash in the corner. This time he's able to connect. Connects with a series of jawbreakers and that spinning back elbow. The first kick does not connect, but the second one does. Marconi trying to shrug it off. He just got sent face first into the top buckle and then connect with that super kick. Corvis right in position for the pin. Marconi having a kick out. So far, both of these athletes to be proven to be much more aggressive than we're used to seeing. Neither afraid to take a shortcut. Not seeing a lot of technique in this one. Oh, and Corvis now just stomping on that surgically repaired back before moving to the hand. Marconi trying to fight back. Caught Corvis good with an uppercut, but unable to build any real momentum in his favor. And now Corvis making Marconi carry his weight on his back. Even though Marconi has been medically cleared to compete, you know that you never come back from an injury at 100%. You can see the blood forming in his mouth. It's just disrespect out of Corvis. Now Corvis looking to send Marconi over with that snapmare driver. But Marconi able to find a counter, getting that separation that he needs. But Corvis comes charging in with that cutter attempt. Now it's Marconi. He's got that sleeper held. And the arm trapped. Corvis trying to go for that jawbreaker once again. But Marconi just fighting through the pain. Corvis able to snapmare him down and catches him with that cross body right to the back of the head. Marconi catching his throat on the rope as well. Corvis with evil intentions on the outside and getting in the face of Sugar Dunkerton. Corvis has had a number of run-ins with the KOA over the past couple months. But just that couple of seconds taking his eye off his opponent and focusing on Sugar Dunkerton has allowed Marconi to once again regain that advantage. Now Marconi got Corvis up on his shoulders. Corvis slips out, positions himself in front of that pillar, goading Marconi into the trap. But Marconi just with that hip attack, sending Corvis to the floor. Marconi celebrating with Dunkerton as some of the other wrestlers watch on. And Marconi resetting the count. I don't know if that was the wisest strategy. Now he's got Corvis hoisted up, perhaps looking for a side slam on the apron, instead positioning him underneath the rope. Oh, just catapulting him, throat first into the bottom rope, just as Corvis had done to him moments ago. Again, if there's any question as to whether or not Marconi is looking to recreate himself in Beyond Wrestling, certainly taking a much more serious approach to this match. Now Marconi, instead of going for the pin, really looking to make a statement here at Corvis's expense. Instead of going for the chokeslam, looking for the Emerald Frozen, we saw him drop Darius Carter on his head in order to pick up the victory in that last man standing match. But Corvis able to find his way to the corner, going for the eyes, and now just pulling away at the ears. Oh, and sending Marconi face first down to the mat, and right position for that frog splash from the second rope. Take another look at that. Able to ride Marconi down, and just connecting with that opening as he created it for himself. You got to think that Corvis is going to have the advantage getting back to his feet first, although he was on the receiving end of some nasty punishment on the floor. Now Marconi starting to shake the cobwebs. And we're practically at a stalemate here. Corvis with a big right hand. Marconi responding with a clothesline. And now Marconi once again signaling for the Emerald Frozen. If he can get Corvis up for it, he's got him beat. Oh no, what is this? Chris Dickinson isn't scheduled to be competing right now. He shouldn't be out here getting involved by ringside. Corvis with the low blow behind the official's back. Oh, and just stealing a pin, even pulling the tights. It's pretty clear that whatever's happened between Dickinson and Marconi is far from over. And as a result, Corvis able to pick up a victory 1 point closer to the #1 ranked position in Beyond Wrestling. And I don't think that we'd ever see the day where Corvis and Chris Dickinson would be on the same page. I don't even think that Corvis realizes what happened right now. And Chris Dickinson making light of the situation. I don't think that Eric Corvis even knows what to make of this. And now that Marconi has come to, basically just stalking Chris Dickinson all the way to the back. From a budding rivalry to an exhibition match, we've got the return of the big cat, Scott Henson, making his first appearance for Beyond Wrestling in over 2.5 years, and he's going to be going one-on-one with the former Johnny Mangway, Jaka. Of course, when Johnny Mangway used to compete as the Smooth Savage, you never know what side you were going to get, but basically abandoning the fun and games, donning the Savage persona, saying that he's going to let his actions do all of the speaking for him until he's the #1 ranked wrestler in Beyond Wrestling, now that his rivalry with the Pit Boss is far behind him. And ever since we've seen Jaka make his way to a Beyond Wrestling ring, he's been nearly unstoppable. The head games that Jaka plays with his opponents, almost giving him an advantage before the match even begins. I mean, just revealing his hairstyle. How can you fight a guy that's willing to do that to himself? And the bell sounds. Jaka getting himself all fired up. And very quick to get the support of the other wrestlers before he locks up with Scott Henson. Of course, Scott Henson training up with ECCW in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Somebody who is a bit of a cat fancier. And perhaps it was some of the jungle antics of Jaka which reattracted Scott Henson back to Beyond Wrestling, hoping to prove that he is the biggest and the best cat in Beyond. But in order to do that, he's going to have to knock off Jaka, which will be no easy feat. Unsurprising to see a feeling out process in this first time encounter. Looks like Scott Henson has a bit of a height advantage. Jaka looking to roll through and find that separation. And is successful in doing so. Now just chicken wing the arm of Scott Henson. Transitioning to an arm bar, but Scott able to apply that hammerlock. Jaka connects with a series of elbows and just able to pull his arm out of the hammerlock. Instead of looking for a counter, looking to square up once again. Instead of going for that collar and elbow tie, you saw that Jaka was looking for that headbutt. Scott able to put on the brakes and taking him down with that headlock takeover. Scott Henson trying to keep Jaka down to the mat. You hear the other wrestlers calling for him to scratch his face. I don't think it's come to that yet. Although look at the claws busting out of the ring boots on Scott Henson and the tail. This competitor a true manimal in every sense of the word. Even coming off the ropes, unable to take down Jaka, who is seemingly bigger and bigger every time we see him. Certainly taking his conditioning very seriously. Scott Henson rocking him with a forearm, getting caught with one from Jaka. Ooh, the open hand slap with those taped fingers. Both of these guys going toe-to-toe, but perhaps Jaka finally getting the advantage with the headbutt. I spoke too soon. And even with those pretty kitty claws, Scott Henson has proven to be one sound striker. Jaka, it looked like he was going to go down, but now those open hand strikes with those taped fingers before Scott Henson finally go to the eyes and the nose of Jaka. Just clawing away at the face. Jaka able to put on the brakes for the Irish whip attempt, but telegraphed that back body drop. But I don't think that Scott Henson has done his homework. Jaka just shrugging off any blows to the head. And the super kick sending Scott Henson to the floor. Now the official trying to give instructions to Jaka. But Jaka's going to be looking to take the fight to the floor. Just flying through the air. And wiping out Scott Henson. And now it's Jaka going to the face of Scott Henson. Ooh! Just raking away at the back. And now diving in with the headbutt. Look at the unconventional way to break the count. Jaka sending Scott Henson face first down to the canvas. Ooh! And a back chop. Almost like a karate chop to the neck. Let's not forget Jaka's martial arts background. Every day growing up, him and Chris Dickinson, who he broke into Beyond Wrestling with, former members of the Doom Patrol, used to practice the martial arts in Staten Island. And that's just another one of the reasons that Jaka is such a dangerous competitor. Ooh, again another one of those shots with those fingers. And as opposed to a punch or an elbow, it's 5 different points of contact. Now once again going to the face. Tell that Scott Henson really got under the skin of Jaka in the earlier moments of the match. It's almost like Jaka has tunnel vision, looking to inflict punishment on Henson. Jaka looking for the Irish whip. He's set into the ropes himself. Caught right in the abdomen with a knee. Scott Henson trying to shake the cobwebs and asking referee Anthony Green if Jaka done any permanent damage to his face, and now responding with a back chop of his own. Tell you what, these two are really going tit for tat. Tit for cat. And now Scott Henson, #war, clawing away at Jaka. Referee Anthony Green really having difficulty maintaining the order in this one. And now we see those big claws of Scott Henson, the claws, the paws, putting the beating on the side of Jaka's face. Now Jaka trying to pull himself up to his feet using the ropes. Once again, getting met with a size, I don't know, it's going to be close to a size 18. Those feet are huge. Just having to carry all of his opponent's weight on his chest and his throat. Scott Henson might be making a mistake right here. Whatever he's got in mind, he's allowing Jaka to get back up to his feet. Yep, and Jaka trying to create an opening for himself, but his back's against the corner. Scott Henson made a mistake trying to exchange headbutts with Jaka, although he corrected that mistake by going after the abdomen, which he had targeted earlier in the contest with that knee. Sending Jaka across the ring. Misses with the elbow. Ooh! And a double chop from Jaka. Some great strike exchanges so far in this match. But Henson is down. Looking for that rolling thunder headbutt. And it connects right to the sternum. Jaka quick to go in the pin. All coverage on the shoulders. And unable to keep the left arm of Henson down to the mat. See him trying to go for the paws, the arms, whatever you want to call them. I thought he was going to be looking for the jaws of the Jaguar, but instead, perhaps sensing that Henson has too much energy left, and now just trying to suck some of the life out of him with that trapezius hold. Of course, Henson likes to throw that critical style lariat with the right arm. So trying to numb it up, take away any of the strength, is certainly going to do Jaka favors as this match continues. But a maneuver like this, it's hard to keep your opponent grounded. tell not as much power behind those back elbows since Jaka targeted that shoulder and rolled right into position and catching it with the headbutt. And now a headbutt to the side of the head. And a super kick. The momentum from that first headbutt to the abdomen, enough to take Jaka down. Just recoiling from the damage. Jaka starting to get a little bit frustrated right here. Not sure how effectively he's been able to employ the strategy that he came into this match with, if he had one to begin with. Jaka looking for a reversal on the Irish whip, but ends up on the shoulders of Scott Henson. But able to find an escape. But gets caught with that big pump kick. Henson comes charging in and taking Jaka down. Again, look at the size of those paws, those claws. Instead of going for the pin, just stepping on the hand of Jaka, those taped fingers. And just as Jaka was trying to take away the right arm from Scott Henson, it looks like Henson's trying to take away from some of the striking ability of Jaka. Jaka once again retreating to the corner as Henson just stalking his prey. Oh, and now just raking that claw right across the face. That paw right across the face. And just coming in with a series of clubbing blows. And now a number of knee strikes before applying that chin lock with the knee buried right between the shoulder blades to Jaka. Not sure if we're going to have a submission predicament here, although we see the way that Henson has tried to eliminate Jaka's left arm from the equation. And it's hard to tell with those furry arms whether Scott is targeting the face or not. Jaka able to find an escape, and just like that, transitioning right to the jaws of the Jaguar. A submission predicament when unable to apply it. And as a result, Henson is out. Now just grinding Jaka's face into the mat with that big paw. Henson scooping up Jaka, slamming him down to the mat. Close to 300 pounds coming down on the chest of Jaka. Henson struggling to put Jaka in position for that pin. Unfortunately, a few wasted seconds working against him. Now trying to position Jaka once again. If there's one mistake that Henson has made, and perhaps out of instinct alone, is that he should be avoiding blows to Jaka's head. I think that the best strategy was going after his midsection. Jaka coming charging in, just diving fingers first to the face of Henson. Now that double chop across the chest. And a headbutt right to the Scott Henson logo on his t-shirt, as designed by Beyond Wrestling alumni J-Block. Comes charging in. You want to talk about a block? Jaka blocked him in the corner, trying to kick his lungs through his chest. Oh, and again targeting him while hung up on the ropes with the fingers, and now to the other side of the head. Henson trying to extricate himself and having great difficulty in doing so. Jaka, you're going to think perhaps going for that top rope crossbody, but Henson has got him up on the shoulders once again. And now going both knees to the midsection. Scott Henson might have him beat. What an upset. 1, 2. Only good for a 2 count. We've seen the knee. We've seen the senton. We've seen the double knees from the fireman's carry position. What is Henson going to have to do to put away Jaka? But as he comes coming in for his next move, Jaka tries strapping on the jaws of the Jaguar submission again, but he can't get his legs in position, and as a result, Henson able to roll it back up to his feet. Comes in for that clothesline, gets dropped face first on the knee of Jaka. Now Jaka building momentum off the ropes, and both men connecting with lariats in the center of the ring. And again! This time Henson's out of the way, and now the knees to the back. Hey, create an opening anywhere you can take it. Fortunately, an ineffective pin cover to follow it up. I think Henson's going to be best served to go back to the solar plexus of Jaka. Of course, Jaka getting much more ring time in 2012 than Scott Henson. The longer this match goes, the more it's going to favor him thanks to his conditioning. So Henson's really going to make a move right now. Caught him with that spinning soul boot. Jaka out of the way of that critical style lariat again. Just popping at the hip, sending Henson overhead with that belly-to-belly style suplex. Jaka, something else in mind. And now it's Jaka on the prowl. Going for that double choke bomb. Instead gets his knee taken off from underneath him. And Henson with that critical lariat. Is that going to be the knockout blow that he needed? How smart is Jaka with the wherewithal to get that bottom foot on the rope? Perhaps on an instinct alone. Not even sure if he realizes where he is right now. I don't know if he would have been able to kick out of that. And Henson waiting for Jaka to turn around. Now a series of forearms. Just choking away. And a series of headbutts back to the chest. Sending Jaka for the ride. And that big senton in the corner. All of Henson's body weight. But as Henson was signaling for the lariat once again, Jaka's able to roll in position and take him down with that face buster. Trying to tie up their arms once again, and he's able to get the feet in position. Jaka may have Scott Henson in a position that he cannot escape from. He is currently in the jaws of the Jaguar. You see Henson trying to get that claw, that paw, over to the bottom rope, and instead just forced to give it up. Take another look at that. I don't think that Henson realized how close that he was. Although even with the couple extra inches from that paw, just too far away. And Jaka able to get Scott Henson to submit before he passes out. Tell you what, very hard-fought victory from Jaka here, proving that he's the big cat in Beyond Wrestling. Getting an applaud from the other wrestlers for a great performance. Picking up another point, moving up to +7. I'll tell you what, when Jaka gets in the zone, there's no stopping this savage. It's main event time here at All Killer Episode 5 as the #1 ranked Mark Angel is going to be going one-on-one with Usurper. And of course, this is a rematch from both competitors' debut match at the Gospel of the Boards when Mark Angel competed against Josh Thor, both men earning full-time spots on the Beyond Wrestling roster. After that point, of course, Mark Angel going undefeated for a full year after that. And ever since we've seen Usurper re-emerge, nobody has been able to beat him. Of course, throughout all of 2012, we've seen Nick Talent and AJ Evers by the side of Mark Angel. Although I think that Drew Gulak has finally gotten through to both of them. Mark Angel fighting his own battle tonight. The last time that we saw Mark Angel in action was against Julian Starr at the Coin-Op Co-op. And Julian Starr picking up the upset victory over the #1 ranked wrestler in Beyond Wrestling. Even still, Mark Angel with 13 points coming into this match. Bell sounds. Angel looking to take it right to the Usurper. Instead, changing up his strategy, he's going to be going to the floor. As you hear the Usurper bellowing, the Angel is a coward. Angel taking his time, saying it was a long drive to get here. Of course, Angel not showing up on time with all the other wrestlers, but then again, the first time that we trained at the Chicago Wrestle Factory with Lightning Mike Quackenbush, he couldn't even be bothered to show up. Don't get me wrong, I think that Angel is very, very good, but I'm not sure that Angel is as good as he even thinks he is. Angel putting himself in a position to be attacked by Usurper, and the official's stepping in, and now Usurper's gonna go after him. Usurper's gonna be careful not to get disqualified. But it's kind of bizarre seeing that Angel is hiding behind the official. You gotta wonder if his confidence has been shaken. Angel and Usurper tying up. Angel not looking to chain wrestle. Although now he does have that side headlock applied. Just trying to bend the neck of the Usurper. You see the Usurper trying to find that opening. And Usurper using his size and strength to push Mark Angel and take it down with a shoulder tackle. I think Angel's a little bit surprised. It's been a few years since he's been in the ring with the Usurper. The amount of progress that we've seen out of him is astounding. Bringing in Angel the hard way. And I'm sending him face first into that top buckle. And once again, Angel down on his feet. Now the Usurper looking to send Angel once again across the ring. And Angel just collapsing into a heap of himself. It's not too often that Angel is in the ring with somebody that is stronger than him. Angel dubbing himself the ultimate athlete. There's no surprise why he was the leader of the Academy of Anatomy for close to a year. Of course, it seems like Angel's confidence has really been shaken ever since losing his allies in Nick Talent and AJ Evers. Of course, the faction never really operated as a trio. It always seemed like Talent and AJ were basically there to ensure that Angel kept his spot as the #1 ranked wrestler. Saw the Usurper going in for that crossbody. Angel was out of the way, and he caught himself awkwardly on the steel cables. The Usurper is going a little bit crazy on the floor. Attacking one of the other wrestlers. I think that was Corvis changing up after his match earlier tonight. The Usurper made a mistake, and as a result, Angel from behind that pillar here at the New England Pro Wrestling Academy, North Andover, Massachusetts. Ooh, a shot to the midsection and a headbutt. Here the official up to the count of 5. Usurper sizing up Angel, and that's a new one out of him. Just turning his body into a cannonball, wiping out Angel on the floor. I'll tell you what, the Usurper, Beyond Wrestling is his to seize. I don't know where he's going right now. He's back with a bottle of water, having to stay hydrated. That could have been a mistake. That could have been a couple extra moments that Angel needed to recover. Now once again trying to bring Angel to the floor. Trying to position him up against that post. Usurper says that he's going to kill him. Oh, but taking too much time. Angel's out of the way, and Usurper might have broken his hand. Angel sizing up his opponent now. And the springboard moonsault, wiping out Usurper on the floor. The point of the knee is right to the top of the head as we take another look at that. That's not a move that we normally see out of Mark Angel. You can tell that Mark Angel is really trying to pull up all the stops to pick up a victory here. I mean, even in his last match, up against Jessica Havoc, at the Beyond Wrestling versus WSU secret taping in between the All Aboard and WSU Full Steam Ahead events. Angel came up short against Jessica Havoc, and granted, while there were not any points on the line, Angel was defeated by the WSU champion. Taking too much time there, trying to come in with that splash. Usurper's out of the way. And one thing that you gotta remember about Usurper is that he is deceptively agile. For a competitor that's well over 6 feet tall, close to 300 pounds, this guy can move, but unable to move out of the way of that kick from Angel. And now Angel just pulling on the hair. He's trying to pull Usurper to the floor. And Angel risking disqualification by doing so, but that's not gonna stop him from trying it again. And obviously a maneuver like that's not gonna win the match. When you're experiencing pain like that, it's very difficult to focus on your strategy. And now Angel's trying to choke Usurper on the ropes, almost trying to choke him with his own hair. Now coming off the ropes. And there we see the way that he just moved that top steel cable, just jamming to the throat of Usurper on the way back. And now Angel taunting all the other wrestlers here. At one point, he was a favorite. Perhaps more natural ability than anybody else on the Beyond Wrestling roster. But he is not afraid to take a shortcut to keep his spot as the #1 ranked. Now Usurper trying to rally a comeback. But Angel putting a stop to him. Now Angel going for a body slam, and it's a very impressive display of strength. And he's not messing around anymore, moving the pad out of the way, driving the point of the knee in the temple of Usurper. Taking a little too much time going to that pin. Usurper's at it too. Now Angel trying to keep Usurper grounded with that chin lock. And he's got the body scissors applied. It's going to be that much more difficult for Usurper to escape this hold. Usurper pulling away at the hands and the legs. Oh, but as he's trying to move away from Angel, he gets caught right between the shoulder blades. Now Angel trying to target the back. And now mocking Usurper, saying that he's going to go off for his head. Instead, Usurper can't say that I agree with that strategy, but it was effective nevertheless. I don't think I like wrestling anymore. And now Usurper trying to corner Angel. A series of shoulder blocks. No, just one. Gotta wonder if Usurper could have done more damage when he had Angel in position. Now as he's building a momentum, Angel with that 1-foot drop kick. Signature offense on a Mark Angel. He might have him beat. Only good for a 2 count. Gotta remember, Usurper missed some time early in the year too after getting his jaw broken in a match with Darius Carter. Of course, with all the other wrestlers ringside scouting every single match, it makes it so much more difficult to protect those injuries. No wonder that Angel keeps trying to target that face. Even from one knee, Usurper fighting back, gets caught with a forearm. Responds with an open hand punch of his own. Ooh, the back fist. And a karate chop. Oh, and a chop from Angel. An elbow to the point of the head. And now that spinning chop. Following up with a punch. Angel's really unloading on Usurper right here. Oh, kicked him right in the head. I don't know how Usurper was able to shake that off, but able to connect the full Nelson slam, but as you can see, not quick to follow with a pin. He might be operating on fumes alone. I don't know how much gas is left in the tank. Usurper's going to get himself over to Angel. Finally crawling over, but Angel's smart. Making sure that his back is not vulnerable on the mat. As Angel comes charging in, Usurper beats him to the punch. A series of sledges, but Angel's agility allows him to get out of the way, able to land on his feet, but take it down a third time. Usurper once again trying to build up a head of steam on the ropes. Has he done enough damage to Mark Angel? Angel using that rope to hold himself up and unable to get out of the way. And that's a big man.
Now I squish him.
Usurper saying it's time to switch Mark Angel. Taken in the moment from all the other wrestlers here at ringside. Oh, and a leg drop right across the face of Mark Angel. He's not done. Oh, following up with that senton. What else does he have in mind? Oh my God! Just a flipping senton. Yeah, I'd say he did a pretty good job squishing Mark Angel. But Mark Angel with a crucifix pin. Only good for a 2 count. Uh-oh, looks like Usurper perhaps going for a chokeslam. Once again, beating Angel to the punch. But Angel able to move away the arm. Gets caught with a super kick. One of the damnedest kicks I've ever seen. 1, 2. Very, very close call. You can see Angel favoring his face. Might be him that's walking away from this match with a broken jaw. The other wrestlers starting to come alive for Usurper. Even with all the momentum Usurper has coming to this match, you got to think that it would be an upset knocking off the #1 ranked wrestler in Beyond Wrestling. The first time these two fought in Beyond Wrestling, it was Mark Angel that picked up the victory. Angel's just doing anything that he can to try and take down the Usurper. A number of shots to the top of the head. Angel coming in with that shoulder block. Now a chop to the chest. And Angel not doing anything to endear himself to the other wrestlers here. Connected with 2 shoulder blocks and a 3rd.
Top rope powerbomb.
I guess you can talk shit if you can back it up. So far, another very back-and-forth contest here. The main event of All Killer Episode 5. If you like what you see, please make sure to subscribe to youtube.com/beyondwrestling. If you want to support us, we could certainly use all the help we can get. Please head over to LookMonNoFans.com and pick up a DVD, perhaps Gospel of the Boards, with the original encounter between Corvis and Marconi, as well as Usurper and Mark Angel. I think Usurper is going to be trying to find his footing, allow himself to escape from the top rope, but Angel is just on top of him. Oh! Just sending him down to the mat with that superplex. 1, 2. And as Angel was going to hook the far leg, it allowed Usurper to just shift his body's weight to get that right shoulder off the mat. Not a lot of momentum behind that kick out. Mark Angel saying that he's going to be looking to hit that quote-unquote shitty move. That's the back roll into the standing moonsault that we've seen him utilize on a number of occasions. Doing it from this position now. We're used to seeing it from him from the corner, and as a result, Usurper able to catch him and just sending him down spine first over his knee. And Usurper with the opening. The right noise. That could have been the knockout blow. Usurper's got him stacked up. And he's knocked off the #1 ranked wrestler in Beyond Wrestling. Take another look from another angle. Usurper's fist about 3 feet away from the head of Mark Angel when he decided to bring it in. Right across the jaw. And Usurper picking up a victory over Mark Angel. And again, we have not seen Mark Angel in a proper state of mind ever since the Academy of Anatomy was dissolved. But the Usurper picking up a big victory here at All Killer Episode 5. Again, if you don't already, please make sure to subscribe. YouTube.com/beyondwrestling for free weekly matches. We hope to be uploading more episodes of All Killer as well. Usurper, before exiting the arena, threatening to kill somebody.
mean, I'll kill him. He said he's kill. We don't want to kill him. We don't want to kill him.
Bringing our attention back to Mark Angel in the ring. Finally coming to after off of this head crossface. I don't even think that he can even believe what happened.